us have emotional hurts in our life that oftentimes cause anger and bitterness. And this was the experience of Bonnie. After receiving a diagnosis of cancer, her doctor informed Bonnie that this type of cancer was stress-related. She was dealing with stress linked to her husband's unjust termination of employment. Bonnie replayed over and over in her mind events that had occurred. You know, women have the ability to emotionalize all the different thoughts that may come into a person's mind. Different from a man's brain. A man's brain, they have the capacity to compartmentalize emotions from thoughts. So that is one way to explain the mechanisms of why a woman would become more hurtful from something that may happen, even if it did not directly happen to her. So Bonnie replaying this over and over. The stressful problem was not resolved. It filled her body with poisonous toxins. When you have distress, this stress is a stress that you cannot, or feel that you cannot do nothing about. Then it releases blood toxins, and when you read in the Spirit of Prophecy, it talks about poisoning the blood. And this is what we're seeing now in science. Those toxins that become poisonous in the blood, affecting her emotionally and physically. Chronic, severe psychological pain and stress affect genes and may increase the probability of the formation of cancer cells. This is one of the bases of epigenetics that became more prevalent in science after the year 2011. So this was one of the seminal studies done by Elizabeth Blackburn, which actually won the Nobel Prize. And she discovered in her genetic research the enzyme telomerase that, if kept healthy, will reduce the chance of formation of cancer cells. She says, chronic severe psychological stress makes the telomere and the enzyme telomerase wear down. So it actually shrinks down. That is usually seen when you become older, when your body's breaking down, it's not going to be repaired, but it's throwing away things that is not usable inside the body. And it's usually after the age of 60 or so. But when you are actually using this stress to ruin your life, that is going to become much faster. So stress was a factor in Bonnie's health and contributed to her cancer. Years ago, on the floor of the British Parliament, a member insulted another of the opposition party. I don't know how many of you, a few days ago, saw the new Prime Minister make his first speech in the House of Commons in London, and you hear the people that have the liberty to be speaking over him and all these other things happening there. So this was very common. But one person at that moment, I guess it was over 100 years ago, jumped to his feet, angry, his face flushed, to defend himself, only to fall dead of a heart attack. Negative emotions can be detrimental to your health. So what is resentment? It is to harbor against someone a feeling that it is like to allow a person you might not even like to live rent-free in your mind. The devil makes us think that we have righteous indignations to be saying or acting in a way that will allow the other person to know how angry or bitter we are because of what they did. But what the devil does not tell us is that that person may not even realize how hurtful you were, and he's not the one or she's not the one suffering, you are. So the things that you cannot control, you leave in God's hand, and that's something that I've shared with some of you throughout my time here. Forgiveness is not only good for your mind, it also seems good for your body.